A. Smith called Kawhi Leonard the worst superstar player in the NBA. And it's true. He is the worst. He's not even the most viewed player on NBA social this season. That means that he's not relevant. He's not a star. Nobody cares about Kawhi Leonard because this is not 2019. This is the year 2023, and Kawhi Leonard is irrelevant. He is not a superstar. He is not talked about on social media. Stephen A. Smith said that Kawhi Leonard is the worst because he does not even market the team. He doesn't add any kind of superstar value to the team. As you can see, he doesn't get social media play. And if we look, top selling jerseys, he's not on here. Nobody's buying Kawhi Leonard jersey to make the top 15 list. Why? Because he's irrelevant. Why? Because he's not a superstar. Nobody cares about Kawhi Leonard in 2023. The man that missed Game 3 against the Phoenix Suns and might even miss Game 4 tomorrow noon. I'm going to that game. Will I see Kawhi Leonard there? Well, if I do, is he only going to be relegated to the bench because he cannot contribute to this team? The LA Clippers, the Clipper curse continues. Kawhi Leonard's irrelevancy continues. Top selling NBA merchandise, the Clippers are not listed in the top 10. He's not marketable. Attendance, Clippers all the way at the 17th. Ranked the 17th out of the top 10, out of the top 15. They're garbage. And that was in the 2022 attendance. And of course, looking at this year, they don't even make it. They're outside of the top 10 and the top 15 once again. And interesting to note, the Magic are ahead of the Nets this year in attendance. Look at the Bulls. Top attendance both years. Not even in the playoffs. That's crazy. DeMar DeRozan needs to come to LA. That's where he's from. And it's a shame that the LA boys, the California boys of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have not been able to represent for their city. It's sad to see it because I'm a huge Kawhi Leonard fan. I like Paul George as well. And I thought them coming back to LA, coming back to the hometown, they would represent, they would get it done. It has been a failure. The Clippers are a what if. They're a big what if. They were supposed to be the new Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. All of that action was supposed to happen, but it's been a failure. And it's interesting to see how the Clippers, who already have an attendance problem at the Crypto.com arena, are going to fill up the Intuit Dome when they don't have reliable stars. What are the Clippers going to do to fill up that arena, that beautiful arena that is to come to Inglewood? We shall see. They obviously can't rely on Kawhi Leonard. He's done. And as Stephen A. Smith said, he's the worst superstar in the league because he's not marketable. He does nothing to boost the popularity of the Los Angeles Clippers. He's never available. It's a failure. And the Intuit Dome, I drive by Inglewood every day and I see them building. I see the windows, it's coming together quite nicely. It's going to be beautiful. in Inglewood. But what are the Clippers going to look like by the time that is ready to go and people can start filling that up? What is that going to look like? What is that team going to look like? Well, the way Kawhi Leonard is looking, he's not going to be a factor on that team. Will he even be on the team by the time it's ready? I don't think he should. I think that the Clippers need to trade him and Paul George for whatever they can get. Whatever they can get. Because it's not working. It's over. You know, Toronto should be grateful that they got the last great year of Kawhi Leonard. And he got them a championship. But just like Dylan Brooks said that LeBron James is not the Miami Heat LeBron James or the Cleveland LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard is not the Toronto Kawhi Leonard. That Kawhi is gone, and he's never coming back. He's never coming back. The Clippers need to trade this man and Paul George. They gave up SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They gave him up for this duo that has not worked. Shai is amazing. He's doing great things in OKC. I feel like the OKC Thunder will do a Sacramento Kings type run and just come out of nowhere and be in the playoffs and be amazing. They're due. They're due. You know, they have some injury concerns of their own, but they're very young, and SGA is phenomenal. Would have been awesome if he was still on the Clippers and they got to take advantage of his youth and his talent and his durability. But, you know, they swung for the fences and they missed. And just to wrap it up, guess who else is not on any of these lists? On any of this? Zion Williamson and the Pelicans are not on here. And the reason why I bring that up is because since Stephen A. Smith is talking about superstar marketability, and we talked about how the Clippers are nowhere on any of these lists. Kawhi Leonard is not on this list. Zion Williamson is also not on this list. And he too is also always injured. Therefore, he needs to be traded as well. I really think that teams, and there's 11 teams in the NBA that have never won a championship. Clippers being one of them, Pelicans being the other. If you have an injury-prone star player, potential star player, he's never available, and your team nor that player can impact any of these stats, any of these metrics, you need to let that guy go. You need to let him go. He's not a superstar. He's not adding any value. I feel like the only players that should be even called superstars, and that's, they can get it done on the floor and they're also marketable. It should be both criteria. If you have a guy that's highly efficient and he's doing his thing and he's providing for the team in wins, that's one criteria. But if he cannot break this list of social media, jersey sales, or he can't put your team in a position to sell merchandise or boost up your attendance, he's not a superstar. He's not. And he should not be treated as one. He's got to meet both criteria. The team needs to get some type of monetary value from his presence, because there's no guarantee that the star player will be available. I mean, the injuries are insane in the NBA right now. So at least, you know, if they could help boost these type of metrics, you know, then you're still getting some value. I mean, we're in the social media era. I mean, if you're going to sit on the bench and not be available, I don't know, man. Dude, go on social media and just promote the team. Just be active that way, you know. Post your rehab, do all of that. Just get the fans excited about the team that you're on and do whatever you can to stay relevant and to market your team. Like Stephen A. Smith said, Kawhi Leonard does none of that, like Stephen A. said. And as you can see, the results are in. He's irrelevant. Zion Williamson is as well. Yes, of course, ESPN and Fox, they talk about him all day and stuff. But what is he doing personally to help his team be more relevant? Aside, the only thing that's relevant about that team is that he's injured all the time. But that's not helping with attendance. That's not helping with jersey sales. That's not helping in the social media department. Zion Williamson is not a star by this definition, and neither is Kawhi Leonard. They need to get traded ASAP. It's the only way to save both franchises. And on top of that, Cat needs to get traded as well. He's slow. He's injured this whole year. The Timberwolves suck. He's not on this list. The Timberwolves are not on this list. He needs to go as well. I could go on and on, but you get the point. This needs to be a factor in determining if you get the star treatment in my organization. That's how this should be looked at. Kawhi Leonard doesn't impact any of these metrics. Therefore, he should not be treated like a star. He needs to get up out of there. They need to kick him out. They need to get rid of him and Paul George, start over, and just be good, and figure out what they're going to do to get the Intuit Dome popping, because Kawhi Leonard ain't it. He's not going to get it done for them because he's never going to be in that building as an active starting superstar player. If he's still on the team, dude will probably be coming off the bench like Klay Thompson by that point. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, that's my take on Kawhi. I hope to make it to the game tomorrow. Maybe he'll be there. I hope so. Somebody needs to defend Kevin Durant. But the Suns, right now it looks like they're probably going to win that game too and start wrapping this series up. But we shall see. I'll show you soon.